You're not going to want to miss this next story. It's one of those you liked best on social media. Cardinal Luis Tagle of Manila has some advice for graduates as they start out in life. Pay attention to people who are ignored.
Exclusion and alienation and disappearance of persons need your urgent attention.
Cardinal Tagle offered the advice during his May 2018 graduation speech at St. John's University in New York City, right after EWTN contributor Colm Flynn spoke with the Filipino Cardinal.
Cardinal Luis Antonio Tagle, it's a pleasure to meet you and thank you very much for doing this interview.
Oh, thank you for having me.
You were 55 when you became a cardinal?
Yes.
And I remember seeing that footage and you were in tears. You were crying. Why was that moment so emotional?
I guess it was a mixture of, I did not expect it. When I look back, I say, my being a priest started with a joke. And then when I was named the bishop, I cried and I said, I am not prepared for that. I don't even see myself as a bishop. And I have to confess, even up to now, I struggle with that. I don't see myself as a bishop. And I sometimes doubt myself.
And why is that?
I think that I was prepared to teach. I was prepared to be a theology researcher. And I was still struggling with that, how to become a bishop.
But are you comfortable now with the role as cardinal?
Not to be comfortable in the sense that that it becomes routine. No, I don't want that to happen. When I say comfortable, for me, it is to accept in faith, whatever the demands may be.
The Philippines is a fascinating country, a booming country. Yeah. Over 106 million people is the population.
At least 100 million.
100 million people.
At least. Yeah.
A lot of them, of course, living in poverty, around 25% of them below the poverty line. What do you see as the biggest challenges today for the Filipino people?
The scandal of dehumanizing poverty. And it has become systemic. Many things are changing, but the living conditions of some people have remained stagnant or even worse. And I call this a scandal because it reflects to us how justice is lived, how the common good is pursued or not pursued. So these are the principles of the social gospel. And in a country that is predominantly Christian, even Catholic, we are really stabbed at the heart, It's like a dagger pointed at our consciences.
And do you see it as something that's getting better? Is it getting worse? Is it staying stagnant?
When you look at the statistics, they say that the economy of the Philippines is improving.
But you don't see that among the ordinary people?
Yes, and also the past 7 years, there's been a steady growth in the economy, but also a growth in the number of poor people.
Well, Cardinal Luis Antonio Tagle, it's been a pleasure talking to you and thank you for your time.
Thank you too, thank you, I enjoyed it.